What's going on, y'all? About to get started in a second. About to send this link out, then we're going to go ahead and get started. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Starting a little late today. I was having some technical difficulties, but we're back on track. Whoops, forgot to open this up. There we go. All right, bet. So it's Thursday morning, November 3rd. About to get on these charts, see if we can find some opportunities. So I was looking at Euro New Zealand. Let me see what that's up to. So Euro New Zealand made a nice staircase up, but ever since it hit this level at 74.94, 74.95, it's been retracing back down. You can clearly see a downtrend is about to begin, most likely. Then it broke underneath the strong resistance level. So strong resistance level can become a strong resistance level again, of course, just like we see here, 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 and all these different times. So I'm looking for sales. I want to see if price can stay underneath here, because last time it went underneath here, it rejected and pushed back up. So right now it's really tempting to stay underneath this level of price. So it is looking like a good sell setup. Going to just wait a little bit more though until London session starts to see that price wants to continue to push down. But I definitely am looking to enter this. I want to see how price I want to see how price reacts to this level right here, because we do have this wall right here. So I want to see how price reacts to when it hits this wall right here. So I'm going to keep an eye on that. I'm looking at oil. We caught a quick oil sell yesterday on it. Then it pushed back up. Like I mentioned in the live stream, didn't catch the buy on the way up. Decided to just be done trading for the day. I just hold the trades we were in, especially because a couple of trades were struggling to make their moves yesterday. So I had a few trades in drawdown. So I just wanted to hold those trades and wait for them to do their thing. They eventually did. I'm going to go over those in a second as well, but I am looking for oil buy so the price can stay above this level here. You can clearly see how this is a resistance level here and here. You can see price rejected this level, came back up, rejected the level again. And then we also see when price hit the level here, it rejected. Just like when price hit the level here, it rejected. Then when price came back up, struggled to reject it on this candlestick, and now it's slowly breaking above it. So I want to see if price can respect this level of support and push up to the upside. Now, will it go zone to zone? Maybe not today. Honestly, depends. We do have some red folder news going down today as well. So let's go ahead and pull that up real quick. Well, let me exit out of this. Let me update it. Give me 1 second. There we go. All right, bam. So now let's go to today. So yesterday we had some red folder news. The one at 8:15 didn't really affect the markets much, but the one at 2 o'clock did, which was to be expected. So today we have CHF that just went. That's about to go down in about 30 minutes, 40 minutes. 30 minutes into London session, we got the CPI for the CHF. Then we got some orange folder news at 4 a.m. Then at 8 a.m. we got the GDP, bank rate, monetary policy summary, BOE, MPC. Then at 8:30 we have another GDP red folder, BOE, Gov, Bailey speaks. And then at 10 a.m. we got the USD ISM services. And that's going to be it for the day. And then tomorrow, to end the day, New York session, Canada and USD. USD has the NF non-farm employment change, and then Canada's got the employment change and the unemployment rate. So we're going to see how that affects the markets. As we already knew was going to happen, if y'all been watching my live streams the past couple weeks, we knew it was going to be some retracements happening today, especially since last week we had this huge rush to the upside. Hit some more levels, but as you can see, since this week started, it's just been red candle after red candle after red candle. Now we're currently underneath the support resistance level. So I want to see if price is going to try to push back up or if it's going to retrace down some more. So I'm going to be watching it during the London session, of course. But if I don't see anything I like, I'm probably just going to wait till after the news comes out to see how price reacts to it. So it's going to be keeping an eye on that. But all the charts, whoops. I'm supposed to be on this one. Whoops. I'm going to have to fix my chart. Yeah, so I'm going to have to fix my NAS chart. So let me go ahead and bring this over here. I'm going to fix that while we're killing some time. I'll fix that in a second. Let me see if my other charts are looking straight. Okay. So we can see on the daily for SPX. Well, we can pull up the NAS thing too. I just got to fix the levels. So let me just pull the NAS100 real quick so we can go over that. So as we can see on the daily time frame, price was in a nice downtrend, but when US30 was pushing up, price started to begin the uptrend. But even though I don't have the levels marked off, I'm gonna fix that in a second, but we can even see off this level right here is a strong resistance level. Every time price came up here, it's rejected, pushed down, came back up, rejected, came back up, rejected, pushed down. So we're kind of almost right where we're at before the small uptrend began. So it's going to be very interesting to see how the news affects the markets the next couple of days, because that's either going to influence the uptrend to continue, or we could see a small downtrend start. For US30, the price continues to push down. We can see price come down to 31,900, and depending on how it reacts to that level, we can see price go as low as 31,520, 31,550-ish, depending on how the markets react to the news. So let's pull up X, pull that back up. Oops, not this one. There we go. So I just did that chart. My thing's bugging out because I just did all my levels. Like we just saw US oils levels, and like all my zones are like disappearing. I don't know what's going on there. Y'all know if why trading view would like delete some stuff on its own, let me know, because it hasn't been doing this. It's not really done this, but I woke up this morning and all my charts were deleted, which isn't a problem. I mean, all my markets were deleted, which isn't a problem. I can obviously just redo the markups, but I literally just did that before the stream started, and some of my stuff's messed up again. So I'm gonna have to fix some of this stuff. So I'm gonna fix oil as well, because we just saw on the stream how I had those lines marked up and I was gone. So I'm gonna pull this to the side too, and we're gonna fix that one. But still, same thing. I'm gonna look for a buy setup on that. I just got to fix my lines on that. Let's see here. And we was just looking at Euro New Zealand. I don't know what's going on with my thing, but we're just gonna redo these levels again real quick. We'll figure that out later. Then, just for the time being, we just put it right here. It looks about right. Well, I could put it right here. Yeah, I'll put it right there. All right, that looks like how I had it. So let's see if it's going to stay this time. So I literally just marked this off. All right, so like I was saying, I want to see how it reacts to this level price right here. And I'm going to be looking for a sell setup possibly, depending on how price reacts to this level. Going to stop loss right about this wall right here. That looks pretty good. So I'm going to keep an eye on this pair. Euro AD, we caught a buy on that. Did its thing, and I just marked this up too. So it's like my lines are disappearing once I click off of them. which is interesting. Yeah, I literally just did all these levels and they got deleted. Whatever, we'll just mark them off again right here. So I'm going to be looking at the GBP New Zealand as well. As you can see, it looks very similar to Euro New Zealand when we go on to the daily time frame. Yeah, I don't know why that stuff's not saving. It's going to be kind of annoying. I'm going to have to figure that out. Sales for NAS. I don't know yet. I'm not entering anything yet. Like I said before, I don't know if you just jumped in, but like I was saying before, the price has broken underneath and we haven't seen retracements. So depending on how price reacts to the levels that I marked off during the London session, we could look for a sell. But if I don't see anything before New York session starts, we do have red folder news at the start of New York session. Well, no, it's at 10 a.m. today. So if I don't like anything before about 8 a.m., I'm just going to stay out of it until after the 10 a.m. news comes out. But if it can still stay underneath this level of price, we could see possible sells. But as of now, I'm not going to say sells on NAS because I'm not in any NAS sales. So I'm not going to say that. I'm only going to say what I can see price possibly do. And then even when I enter trades, I'm going to explain why I enter, what I see price possibly doing. So yeah, I have to remark these levels up. I literally just did this before the stream started, but it is what it is. So same thing similar to US30, the JPY pairs have been dropping down. We can clearly see all week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, it's just been dropping. Now it's right on top of this resistance level. Well, it's currently support level, but in the past, it's been a clear resistance level. So I'm going to see if price is going to retrace back up, react off this level, like so, and possibly push back up, or if it breaks underneath this level, could look for a possible sell to the downside because it's been dropping all week. So that's what I'm going to be looking for when it comes to GBJ. So I'm not entering this. I want to see how it reacts to this level. Currently, it's still respecting that level, but I want to see if it can break through it. And if it can break through it, we could look for a possible sell setup. So that's what I'm going to be looking for GBJ. Just going to be watching that. And hopefully these lines stay because I don't feel like redoing this over and over again. So I'm going to pull it up and keep an eye on that. Let's go back to Euro New Zealand real quick. Put that on 15. So it's still steadily dropping down. We got 2 minutes till London session starts. I want to see how it was. It this level? Or was it this level? I think it was this level I marked off. Let's just put it right here. I want to see if price can break underneath that level. And if it can, then we'll look for a sell there. Same thing with GN. Just have to remark these levels. Let's just put it right here. Let's put it here for now. I'll adjust it later. But let's just put it there for now. And then we'll put this one here for now. Then let's go on a smaller time frame to get a closer look at this. I'm going to be looking for sales for this as well. Want to see if price can stay underneath this wall. And if it can stay underneath this wall, then definitely will look for, there goes 3 a.m. Definitely will look for a sell opportunity. So we're going to see if price can break through that level and stay underneath that level. If it can do so, we'll enter a sell. Probably my stop loss right here, just to give it plenty of wiggle room. So if it goes all the way on the zone, this will be about a 1 to 4 risk to reward. If it goes halfway, it'll be about a 1 to 2. Let's see what goes up to. So on gold, we can clearly see it was going up for a little bit, caught a couple buys, caught a few sells the past few weeks, but it's currently right back at the support resistance level right here. As we can see, let me zoom out, make sure that's good. Yeah, that's straight. So we see it's at the support resistance level right here. So we're going to see how it reacts to that level. We're going to see if it's going to break through that level or it's going to retrace back up. And actually, There's a bunch of candlesticks right here. We're just going to put the level. We're just going to put it here for now. I might adjust that, but for now, we're going to put it there. Kind of want to put it here. We're just going to put it there for now, but I could see it reacting to this level here. So I'm going to put it here. Then we're going to do this. Yeah, so this is a 4-hour level. So we're going to do this right here. So I think it's dropping. So it's a little too late to enter a trade on this. So I'm just going to let it do its thing and see how it reacts to these levels. We do have some levels on smaller time frames about to hit, but as of now, I'm just going to leave it alone, let it do its thing. Let me see what US30 is up to. Yeah, so it's still staying underneath this level, and it's currently underneath this wall. It's already refilled this gap up. After refill the gap up, it's dropping down. So I can see price potentially dropping down some more if it stays underneath this level of price, which it currently is doing. So just going to keep an eye on that for the time being. I'm not going to jump into anything yet. So let's go back to the New Zealand pairs. We're tracing off that level. GN's probably doing the same thing. Yep. So while these things are doing their thing, let me see if there's any other pairs I was looking at. Because it kind of threw me off having to redo the charts. USDF. Now, nothing's really doing anything right now. So we're going to let price do its thing. You know, first candlestick of London session, doing some retracements, which is pretty normal. So I'm about to fix some of these chart markups real quick. And then while we're doing that, we're going to go over how we did yesterday. Make those that are watching the live stream, make sure you click the first link description, join the free Telegram. This is how we did yesterday. Didn't trade any indices yesterday. So we caught 60 pips on Euro AED. All TVs got hit. Took a little while. Took a few retracements, but finally broke through all the levels. Oil caught this trade on stream yesterday. Caught 100 pips. GN caught 83 pips. All TPs got hit. AED New Zealand caught 24 pips. And then Euro JPY went for a buy. SL did get hit. So that was the only loss we took for the day and for the week so far. So we ended the day 4-1. So still not a bad week so far. The other 2 days, we didn't really lose any trades. So we're going to be keeping an eye on the JPY pairs like usual. Going to see if we're going to be looking for buys off this level, or it's going to reject. Reject and continue to push down and look for possible sells. Euro AD, I'm going to leave that alone for now. Well, actually, that's a lie. I might look for another buy on this potentially, depending on how it reacts to this level here. Because we did catch a nice buy on that yesterday. So I'm going to have to fix these levels. I'm going to have to fix all these levels. It's kind of annoying. I'm going to have to look in why it's doing that too, because this is the first time that I've had an issue with the charts doing what they're doing. Let's look at GBPJPY. GBPJPY is on the 4-hour zone. And it looks like it's trying to push down. It's underneath this wall of price as well. So we're going to see if it can stay underneath this wall of price. And if so, we could possibly look for a sell setup to at least right here. Should be about like 20, 30 pips minimum. And if continue, depending on how it reacts to this level, it could continue to push down. But that depends on if it's going to continue to push down for the day or not. And that also depends on when the news comes out, how the news is going to affect the markets, because we do have some Canada news today as well, I believe. But I'd put like the stop loss right there. And then if it would come to this level here, I'd like to see it come to here minimum. This will be about 1 or 2 risk to reward. So I'm going to keep an eye on this to see how it reacts to these levels. Same thing with Euro New Zealand. So I'm going to be looking for possible Euro New Zealand sales. The main reason why is because, again, we go on the daily time frame. We can clearly see ever since it hit this level, it's just been dropping down and making consistently new lows. Now we also see it's reacting to this level that I have marked off, which is why I want to wait for it. Wait to see if it can break that level, because as we see yesterday, it did go past that, but it rejected and closed above this level yesterday as well. And we see price currently rejecting that level in real time. So before I enter anything, I'm going to wait to see what direction price is trying to go. So let's go back to US30. It's retesting that level. So while that's doing this thing, we're just going to pay attention to your New Zealand for now. While it's doing the thing, let me fix these other levels that I have marked off and see if they'll stay this time. Give me 1 second, y'all. There we go. Now, what was the other one? I need to do NAS. Let me do NAS real quick. All right. All right. I think I need to do EJ. So I'm going to do EJ real quick. All right, man. All right. We got your AUD. Let me do this real quick. Let's go to smaller time frame. So like I was talking about before, we can clearly see prices reacting to this level. And again, if we're on the 15-minute time frame, we can clearly see every time price at this level, it's rejected it. It currently hasn't broken through it. So we're going to see how price reacts. We also see in the past, we can see the dates. This was like 2 weeks ago, how when price hit these levels, it rejected back up. So we're going to see if price is going to do that again, or if the downtrend is going to begin for EJ. So that's what we're going to be looking for. My bad. Just bear with me, y'all, because I got to fix my charts. All right, there we go. It's good enough for now. I'll fix it later. It's going to be good enough for now. So like I said, I'm looking for a possible year AD buy. We caught a buy yesterday. Was struggling, but we rode that rejection wick up. We're on top of this level right here. So far, it's doing a nice job of respecting as a support level. But before we enter, I want to see how it reacts when it hits this level here. And depending on how it reacts when it hits that level, we'll determine if we look for a buy or we just continue to watch to see what price is trying to do. So be a nice 1 and 2 risk to reward. So I'm gonna let that do its thing. Let's go back to US30. So it's still rejecting this level, which is a good sign. Still not gonna jump into it yet, but I can see a possible sell setup. But it is on top of a good strong level of price, which is why I'm wanting to wait before I even take that opportunity. Again, we don't control the market, so it's very important to wait for confirmations, multiple different confirmations, like levels of price, different candlestick time frames, what the candlesticks are looking like, and all of that. Because before we enter a trade, we want to make sure that we're entering a valid trade, and the trade is most likely going to do what we want to see it do. And the best way to do that is just to patiently wait and look what price does. So depending on how it reacts to this level, we could potentially look for a scalp. I just want to wait because we are just 10 minutes into London. There's no reason to rush. All right, so let's go back to Euro New Zealand and see what that's up to. What time was that? I think it was supposed to come out at 4. That news. Yeah, so it's orange. So, that's the next level before red. So still going to keep that in mind before we enter any trades. So it might be another slow London session. So we might be looking at some other pairs. In the meantime, US oil's chilling right now, but it's still respecting this level. So still going to be keeping an eye out for this. Still going to be looking for buys as long as they can respect and stay on top of this level here. US30 is pushing back up. It's like NAS. Yes, I'm in no rush to enter any trades. So SPX, I'll fix that later because this still looks very similar to the other indices. So I'll just fix it after the stream. So let's see what gold's up to. This other thing is dropping still. So we could have got a trade off right here, but we missed it. We could have still entered, but I don't really like to chase trades. But that thing's continue to rip. I was going to look for a sell right here, but the move started before I jumped on the stream and before I only trade London, New York session. So the move did start. Before that, it does happen. When the markets are open, you're going to miss a trade because the markets are open literally for most of the day. So you're going to miss a trade. Why is that on? Yeah, my whole trading view is bugging out. Let's see here. So GBPJPY is still respecting this level. Still not going to enter it yet because it's still just chilling there. Hasn't really gone anywhere. Then we do have to keep in mind, even on the 4-hour, we can see clear lows being made, clear downtrend right here. So this just could be a lower high and they could break back down. So still going to just patiently wait to see what it's trying to do before I enter anything. It has been dropping all week. So I might just look for another sell setup, but we are on a strong resistance level. There is 2 strong resistance levels we're about to hit. So we're just going to let that do its thing for now. Euro AUD is pushing up. So I do like how this looks, but I don't know how if the news will affect the markets one or how it's going to affect it. So I do have to keep that in mind. So I might wait a little bit before I jump in anything to keep that into account as well. Let me see GJ at the bottom of the zone, just like EJ, except this is showing it's trying to push down some more. And we can see price has been pushing. So we might look for a sell setup here, depending on if it can break that level. Because it still hasn't broken that level. When it hit that level, very much like EJ, pushed up, retested, and it's just chilling, just like how EJ looks. If we go back on a smaller time frame, hit that level, retested, it's just been bobbing. And again, this is a 15-minute time frame. So literally for about a few hours, like 3-4 hours, it's just been chilling at this level of price. So we're just going to let it do its thing for now. These pairs are pushing up. So we got 1 minute till the next 15-minute candlestick pops up. So we're going to see what that looks like. Then we're going to go from there. Let's see what GN's looking like. GN's doing the same thing. Let's see what AUD New Zealand's looking like. Because if anyone's still holding this trade on many members, it is still floating, but all TPs did get hit. And after all TPs got hit, they retraced back up. But it is still under the zone, and it's underneath this wall of price. As you can see, when price hit this wall, it's now respecting that level. So depending on how the markets go today, it could potentially continue to push down. Wouldn't be surprised because, again, even we can even clearly see on the 15 how price has just been smoothly making new lows. So I would not be surprised if price continues to push down. But as we look to the left, especially on the daily time frame, we can see all these levels of traffic, which is why price was struggling really to break through this. But still going with the overall momentum in direction of price, we can clearly see Price has been just making new lows. We can clearly see that. But it could be time for a slight retracement. There's a few imbalances on the daily time frame, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about to be 6 red candlesticks. So do have to keep that in mind and put that into account that could be coming up soon. Would not be surprised. I'm just going to mark this off for now. I'll fix that if I need to later. So just going to letting that do its thing. Did kind of refill this up, but I want to see if it's going to come back to the zone or continue to push down. So just going to be watching that. But if anyone's still holding, you should still be in profit because we are kind of deep in profit on that trade right there. It's like at TP 4 or something like that. So let's go back to the indices. All right, new candlestick. Price is turning red. So definitely gonna keep an eye on that. Like how Euro USD is looking. But again, it's kind of too late for a trade on that. It's kind of already did its move. So let's see what the other USD pairs are doing. That's dropping. I'm gonna stay out of that one. Let's see what AD USD is up to. Yeah, so everything else is like in the middle of the zone. So I'm just gonna let it do its thing. Yeah, so we kind of missed other moves for the USD pairs, which is fine. Not really tripping about that. Gold's still pushing. So price is rejecting. It's at this wall of price right here. So it continues to push down. I can see price, depending on how it reacts to this wall, is currently at. For ESDX, at least coming down to 35.75 at least. So that'd be about 900, almost 1,000 pips, which isn't bad. I can't see that happening. US30 is rejecting this level as well. So these are just trade ideas. Anyone jumping in this trade, these are just trade ideas. I have not entered these yet. Just looking at them. Whoops. But if I like what I see, I can see a possible scalp setup here. Again, haven't entered these. These are just trade ideas. But if price continues to do what it's doing, I can't see this happening. Underneath that level. So we're going to see. So we're just going to watch these and see what they do. So we got a few pairs we're keeping an eye on. Haven't jumped anything yet. Your JPY is starting to look like GJ now. So we might be looking for sales on those. Let's see what your AD is up to. All right, still hasn't broken that level. Euro New Zealand is reattempting to break that level. So we're just going to let these marinate and just patiently wait to see what it's trying to do. Let's pull this one up. I got to redo this one too. All right, give me 1 second, y'all. Let me fix that. So let's just look at GJ while I'm fixing the screen. Yeah, it's trying to drop though, so we want to see if we can do it. All right, bam, there we go. So it's on a 4-hour zone currently. That thing's dropping nice. Could go for that. But I kind of want to go for some bigger moves today if the opportunity presents itself. So that thing just dropped. So I'm gonna wait for the next 5 minutes, but that does look nice. Let's see here. That thing just ripped. It just rips like 300 pips. So we're gonna see what the next 5 minute looks like. Oil struggling to break this level, retesting on top of that. New Zealand. UAD still trying. I can kind of see these for a quick scalp setup though, I'm not gonna lie. I'm talking about the indices. Kind of contemplating a quick scalp. Kind of already started the move though. So I want to see what the next 5 minute looks like. That thing dropped. It's at a lower price right here. So we're gonna wait 2 minutes to see what it looks like. So while we're waiting, let me go ahead and get these trade ideas set up if I do like what I see. Which I kind of do like what I see. So let me get these trade ideas set up while we wait. Okay, this one's dropping. What's your cat up to? So GCAT just broke that level and is dropping. So I like how this is looking. 5998. So 5640. So that 5599. That's all I'm looking at. Here's a 5640. So about a 50 pip stop loss, which is not too bad. Let me see here. Yeah, I do like how this is looking. So we had a few ideas, a few good setups we're looking at here. Let's see if it's going to do its thing though. All right, new 5 minute just popped up. Yeah, so I do like how these look. Looks like it's going to continue to try to drop. My thing is, I already know it's going to retrace the next 15, but I don't want to miss the whole move at the same time. But I know that thing's going to have to retrace soon. Hitting this level. I do like what I see though. Very tempting. Very tempting. What's the other one I was looking at? GBPJPY. Yeah, that thing is ripping. Kind of went into these. I can see it coming to here. Minimum. That's a good amount of pips. I might enter these. But it's already starting to move. Yeah, that thing already doing the move. So I'm just going to let that do its thing. So I might have missed the opportunity there. But it's all good. We got a few other ones about to pop up. Okay, GJ broke through. So now we're going to see if it can stay underneath. Let's see here. Got some slight walls of traffic. Got one right here. 7, right here. So I'm going to wait to see if price can break this level. And if so, then we'll probably look for a sell setup there. But I like how GBPJPY is looking. So I'm going to get the trade I did ready for this. Because I do like how this is looking too. These things already, these things didn't move that candlestick. So we could have jumped in on that candlestick. But it is what it is. So I'm going to see what the next candlesticks look like. But we do have some currency pairs about to do their move. So I do like how GBPJPY is looking. He's already doing this move. So we do have a wall, so it could retrace the next candlestick. But I do see it dropping some more. Yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna enter this. So like I said, stop loss, I'm looking at 56.40. About to put the TPs and stuff in the free Telegram in a second. Just about to put this disclaimer out. Again, like, oh, this is what I see. If you don't see what I see, you don't gotta jump in this trade. But I personally see it dropping some more. I can see we're catching about 20, 30 pips on this thing. So we got 1 minute to the next 15-minute candlestick starts. Gonna see what that looks like. And I'm gonna see if the indices retrace some. And they retrace some, then we might jump in on that. But as of now, I'm just gonna look at this pair right here. So we got some small levels of traffic, but it's not too bad. So if volume continues to pump this way, we can definitely break these levels. So I'm gonna see if we can break these levels right here. So y'all enter, y'all should be blue. Y'all should be blue. We're about to actually hit the first TP, so I'm not even gonna post this in the Telegram because the move already started so quick. Because we're already about to hit the first TP. We're like 2 pips away. All right, just retrace some. But I'm still nice and blue. But that thing just retraced off that level, so I might post it now. Make sure to hit that like button, y'all. Yeah, it's retracing some, but that thing did just drop. So I'm about to put those TPs in actually. This is retracing like I figured it was going to do. Just missed that good entry though. NAS still looks okay-ish. But I was trying to go for the scalp, but half the move started when I was looking at it. But it is retracing, which is a good sign. So we could still enter this and catch some pips. So I'm gonna see if it's gonna retrace some more. So really quick, let me just look at these other pairs, see what's going on. Because again, you see me looking at like 5 different pairs. There's literally opportunities everywhere. Obviously, we haven't jumped in all of these, but I do see some possible setups. The JPY pairs are currently retesting these levels, so we can see some possible sells on those depending on how they react. Yeah, so that thing dropping. So let me put the TPs. I'm putting the TPs in the Telegram. So make sure you click that first link in the description. But y'all should be blue right now. So we're 1 pip away from hitting TP1, y'all. So this trade is actually dipping nicely. I want to see if any other Canadian pairs are dropping. Just out of curiosity. Yeah, that one's dropping. Not at a good entry though. Let's see what this one looking like. Ooh, this one's, yeah, I'm just gonna stay out of that one actually. That one was dropping. So we see all the Canadian pairs dropping. This is the only one that had ideal entry that I like. And TP1 just got hit. TP1 just got hit. So make sure to hit that like button, y'all. Took about 30 minutes to enter a trade, but that's not even a long time. And we're already up a nice amount of pips. We're actually almost at TP2 already. So let's just go back to these currency pairs. Yeah, so these things are about to drop. So the question is, do I want to enter these, even though I know a retracement is going to happen? I'm really debating if I want to enter these. Because just like oil, it's going to be my luck I enter and retrace. Because I know it's going to have to retrace. Because I see price at least hitting right here, 3270, 3280. And that's a few thousand pips. I can see it hitting there before it retraces. So I just don't want to enter here and then it retraces. I mean, I could stack an entry or just split my entries in that case, because I can see a potential coming down to at least 3200, 31,920. So yeah, I'm kind of debating if I want to enter these or not. But I do see price hitting that. I wanted to enter here. If we enter here, that's still a 1-to-1 risk to reward, which ain't terrible. But, you know, obviously, a 1-to-4 is way better than a 1-to-1. That's the only thing. Gold still. Well, let's go to 15. Because I was like, why that candlestick look the same? So gold's just been stagnant for 30 minutes. Let's go back to your AED. Your AED's just broke above. I'm going to 5-minute. All right, so we got a new 5-minute about to pop up. We do got that news coming up though. I don't know how it's going to affect the markets. I don't really pay attention like that. I think TP2 just got hit. Yeah, TP2 just got hit. It's retracing because, again, like I always say in the telegrams, disclaimer, small little paragraph, but it literally will take like 30 seconds to read it. But when TP is hit, it'll either reject or break through. We clearly see when that TP got hit, we see price rejecting it. So we're going to see if it can break through, but it's not always guaranteed to break through. But we did catch a good amount of pips in about 10 minutes. We just caught about like 10 pips, which isn't bad to the start. So I'm going to see if we can catch some more. But if you're happy with your profits, as always, feel free to close the trade. But price is kind of stagnant right now at this level. I want to see it retrace. In the perfect world, it's going to retrace for us. Even though it did slightly already retrace for us, I want to see it retrace some more. So in a perfect world, it will do that. Oil is actually rejecting this level a little bit. So we could see a small scalp opportunity, catch about 100 pips, depending on how it reacts to the levels currently on. So we could potentially see a scalp to the downside again if it wants to reject this level. Because even if we mark this level off right here, we can clearly see every time price hit here, reject it down, hit here again, reject it down, hit here again, reject it down. So we could see a potential scalp to about right here, which will be about a good 100 pips, potentially. So I'm going to keep an eye on that because we do have a wall of traffic right here. So I really want to see how price reacts to this wall right here before I want to jump the gun on anything. So just going to keep an eye on that. Gold's still chilling. Hasn't really moved. US30 is showing us we live in a slightly perfect world. It's trying to retrace. So I'm going to let it do its thing. See if it's going to retrace some more. But I do see price dropping to at least right there. And even on US30, that's a few thousand pips, which isn't bad. So it's retesting this level. So I might get these trade ideas set up because I kind of see price dropping some more. This is retracing some. Going to see if it continue to push down though. That's just me personally though. Let's see the New Zealand pairs. That's pushing up. Your AUD, new 5 minute. That's pushing up nice. Yeah, so I like how this is looking too. Broke above this level. I want to see how this candlestick closes, but this definitely is a good sign. It's about to hit the level, this level though. I might reject when it hits this level. So I'm going to get this trade ready just in case we do enter this. So for this one, if I do enter, it's going to be a pretty small stop loss as well. Stop loss, I'm looking at 54. Let me say 54.25 or 54.20. Thing pumping already. Yeah, so I think pumping. So we're gonna wait for the next candlestick, see how that candlestick looks, and then we're gonna go from there. Definitely a good sign though. So I can see price potentially come up to here. So we're gonna let that marinate. Got 5 minutes to the next 15-minute candlestick pops up. US30 is showing us we live in a slightly perfect world. It's pushing up. So we're gonna see what the next candlesticks look like for that. USDX probably doing the same thing, sure enough. So I'm gonna get these trade ideas ready for this. Gonna keep an eye on oil. You see oil is rejecting that level that I had marked off. Again, not a coincidence. Let's see what GBPJPY is up to. GBPJPY is pushing back down again. GN's pushing up. Euro JPY, Euro New Zealand. right, cool. Cool. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get these trade ideas ready. So if we do enter, I can just copy and paste them into the channels. But so far we are 1 for 1 for the day, 1-0 for the day. TP2 got hit. Looks like it's gonna continue to try to push, but we're just gonna have to see what the next candlestick looks like. They're already retracing some. Yeah, so it's slightly struggling to break that level, but that's not a surprise. We do have a slight level of traffic here. Hit this level, which I saw. Wait, no, it didn't hit that level. It almost hit that level. Hit right here. Hit this level, not these wicks. There's rejecting off it, so we're going to see if it can break through this level of traffic. But underneath that, we can clearly see there's a strong resistance level. Strong resistance, like I always say, can become strong support, which we clearly see right there. So it's going to slightly struggle to break that level. So again, if you're happy with your profits and you're not confident it's going to continue to push down, or if you don't see what I see, feel free to close. But I'm going to see if it can break that level because it's really tempting. Now, obviously, I'm not going to let my screen go completely red. I usually don't. I usually try to re-enter, but it is really tempting to try to break that level. So we're going to let it do its thing and see if it can do so. US30 is trying to drop as well. So I'm going to get these trade ideas ready for these pairs. So we're going to go ahead and do that right now. But we are deep in profit on GBPJPY. My screen is looking nice right now. So we got a lot of trade ideas. Potential trades we can enter. Which is a good thing, not a terrible thing. So this thing's trying to break. I want to see a break underneath here though before we enter. I want to see if it can do that. So let me get these trade ideas ready before these things want to take off on us. So depending on how it reacts to this level, we can see price potentially continue to push down, but we can clearly see off this level right here, strong resistance, strong support. So it could react harshly when it hits that level. But depending on if it can break that level, we can see price continue to drop down. So new 15 just started. Going to see what these look like. Let's see, EN looks like Y, AD. So starting above here, which is a good sign. So stop loss for this, I'm looking at 54.25. We can say 54.25. So it's going to be about a 50-60 pip stop loss, I believe. US30 is retracing some. Oils retrace back to the zone. Gold's finally broken that level, so gold's probably going to come down to here. Wouldn't be surprised. like how your AUD is looking. Did a nice retest and push up. Yeah, so I like how this is looking. Yeah, I'm gonna enter this too. It might not go zone to zone, but we can catch at least, I can see at least 20 pips we can catch here. Give me 1 second, y'all. Yeah, so I'm in 2 trades currently. I'm in GBP CAD, which we're nice and profit on. Let's see if it broke that level. So it did break that level, and actually we hit another TP. So I'm gonna go ahead and notify the Telegram. We just hit another TP. T3 got hit. Yeah, so make sure to hit that like button and subscribe, y'all, because we're making some money right now. We're making some money right now. So it's retesting this level. So we're going to see if we can treat this level as a resistance level. And if it can do so, we can potentially, again, keyword potentially, continue to push down. So we're going to see if we can do that. But so far, another great start. So already slightly blue on Euro AED as well. And we're about 4 pips away from TP1. But if y'all enter, y'all should be blue right now in this trade as well. US30 is really retesting this level or attempting. I want to see if it's going to push up some more, or it's either going to push up some more or it's going to continue to rip. So let me keep an eye on that. USDX is showing a little bit different from what US30 is doing. It is attempting to rip again after it did a retest. Let's see what NAS is doing. NAS is looking very similar. These things look like they're ready to go. Yes, I might actually enter these. I might actually enter this. Ain't gonna lie, kind of like how these look. Haven't entered them yet though, but I kind of am tempted to do so. Yeah, this thing is dropping. Yeah, so we're doing a nice start to end this session. Nice start. But I kind of like how these are looking. Ain't gonna lie. So let me get this. It's still retesting up, which is good for us. So I need to get the NAS trade idea down and the EUSTX one, just in case I do decide to enter these. So ESDX, SL, I'm looking at just above this level. We could put it right here, actually. You don't need to put it that high, but I can see price coming up to there. So I'm just going to keep it there for now. So 35, we can say 3,600 will be SL. SL is going to be 3,600. Entry, we can say Do like how this is looking. So let's try to figure out the TPs. Let's see. Yeah, that thing dropping. Yeah, I like how this is looking. So things already starting to drop. Yeah, I like how these are looking. So let's look at your AUD because I think we just hit a TP. No, we missed it by 1 pip. So we missed your ID's TP1 by 1 pip. So we're going to see if we can reattempt and hit that. But GBCAD is still pushing nicely. That thing's doing its thing. Yeah, but I like how these are looking. So I might put these out. Let's see. Kind of like how these are looking. Let me get NAS's trade idea down. Look at these JPY pairs real quick. GJ broke underneath. So new 5 minutes about to pop up. And we got about 5 minutes to the next 15 comes out. So let me see what that looks like. We're 1 pip away from the next TP, on GC. We're about 1 pip away from that. Yeah, so I like how these are looking. Not going to lie. I want to see what the next 15 looks like, though, because that's going to seal the deal. So for NAS, if I do decide to enter, I'm just going to put a tight SL. I'm going to just put the SL 10.9, say 10.980. Why not? TP1, I'm looking at about where it's currently at. We could say like this. Let's see. Let's see if we can break this level. So these are still retracing up, which is perfect. So I guess we do live in a slightly perfect world. So we're going to see what the next 15 looks like and see if it's going to drop down and break these levels. So that's what we're going to see. If this is just a retest and then the next 15 is going to attempt to break those levels or not. Gold still continuing to push down. Your AD still trying. Your New Zealand's at the zone, so we're going to just leave that alone. EJ's retesting, pushing back up. GJ's doing kind of similar. GN still ranging right there. GBCAD, I think we hit the next TP. Yeah, we did. So yeah, we're making some money this morning. Cut. Yeah, so TP4 just got hit. And you see as soon as hit that level, we reject it. Like I always say, when TP is hit, so it's going to reject or break through. So these things are retracing back up. So I want to see what this next 15 looks like. And then we'll go from there. And this is why you always want to just patiently wait. Because like I always say, price is going to retrace. And it did exactly that. And it's retracing nicely. So we can possibly get a better entry if it still shows signs that it wants to continue to go down. So I want to pay attention to this level, see how price reacts to that level right there. US30, I want to see how price reacts to this level right here. If it hits this level, there's like a slight level here. I want to see if it comes up to here, which is right here. So this will bring us to a 1 to 2 if we enter off that level. NAS retracing nicely. I want to see if it's going to come to this level right here. But these things are retracing nicely. So we want to see what this next 15 looks like. We got 2 minutes. New Zealand actually dropped even further. So I think I might try to drop some more. We'll see though. GBPJPY on top of the support level. It's rejecting that level. Yes, we're just going to pay attention to these, see what they do. Your ID did reject that level though. So we're going to see if it can push back up later on into the London session. So we're just going to let that do its thing. For now, GB Cash, we attempt to try to break this level. But we did see how I retraced harshly after it hit that level. So by now you should have your SL in profit. We've hit 4 TPs. We're deep in profit on those trades. And price has hit those levels that I had marked off. So we can clearly see how price is struggling to break that level in real time. You can clearly see how it's struggling to break it. Now it's pushing back up. So we're going to see what this candlestick looks like. And depending on what it looks like, we might enter. So this thing pushed all the way back to the 4-hour zone. So starting off red, kind of like how this is looking. So it's already started to move. I want to see it's going to continue to do so. We do got a big imbalance on the 4-hour time frame that it could come retrace up to later on in the day. But this is why I have this is going to be like a scalp setup, but it could retrace up to here later on in the day. But it hasn't really come up to it since then, but it can possibly do so. But it is looking like it's trying to drop right now. So I do like how these are looking. Yeah, so I'm gonna go for the scalp right here. Let's see what's gonna push back down. So I'm in US30. USDX, I like how that's looking too. Yeah, so we're about to hop in these. Now again, it might not hit every TP. Not every trade is going to hit every TP. Keep that in mind. So I want to see if it can do its thing. And I hit the first couple TPs. Yeah, so I want to see if it can do that. It's almost at the first TP already. So I just hit the first TP on US30. So y'all into US30 or NAS, y'all should be blue right now. Y'all should be nice and blue right now. Debating entering USDX as well. But the first TP did just get hit for US30. Slightly rejected that level, but TP1 did just get hit. So I'm going to see if we can hit some more TPs. But from where we entered, that was about, I think like 2,000 pips. So it was a quick 2,000 pips on NAS. I mean, not NAS, US30. NAS. We hit the first TP as well. I believe we hit the first TP. Yeah, we hit the first TP on this as well. Yeah, so we're making some money. So we're going to see if we can continue to push down. But as you can see, we hit that TP did reject, but the candlestick's not done yet. 15 did just get started. So I'm going to look for possible Euro JPY sales. I'm going to pay attention to the Euro New Zealand and GN as well. Let me see what GBPJPY is just going crazy. I think we just hit all TPs on GBPJPY. Yeah, we just hit all TPs. Yeah, so this was a good stream. Nice move right there. It's still dumping as we speak. Going to be paying attention to oil, seeing what oil is going to try to do. US30 did a quick scalp move, hit the first TPs, rejecting that level now. We're going to see if we can hit some more TPs, but the first TP did get hit for US30 and NAS. Looking at USDX, that's doing a little bit different from what NAS and US30 is doing. That thing rejected harshly up. JER30 probably did the same thing. Let's go into 15 just to see. Actually, it didn't. Well, let me zoom in. Okay, yeah, so it did very similar to what USDX did. So I wonder if these are going to do the same thing. But the first TP did get hit. So we're going to see if we can push back down. Let's see here. This is doing nice though. So members, I'm going to send y'all the London session price watch list later on in a couple hours. So be on the lookout for that. If you want to join the Advanced Play Sitting Room, click the link in the description. Join that. Have a sale going on. The sale does end on Friday. I might extend it, but for now, the sale is ending on Friday. Got sales on the monthly, yearly, and lifetime subscriptions. If you're interested in learning how I market these charts or how I read the candles and know when price is going to reject certain levels, I do one-on-one mentorships as well. But in Advanced Play Signal Room, we do have 3 Zoom calls weekly, as well as New York session live streams. We just had one yesterday. Might have one today as well. Going to see how the markets look. But yeah, we're going to go from there. Not a bad start to London session. Not a bad start. Let's go back to Euro AUD. Yeah, Euro AUD struggling with that level. We're going to let it do its thing, though. See if volume picks up during London session. And we'll end up going our way. So we're just going to let those do its thing. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to hit the subscribe button as well. Did just drop a video a couple days ago. Make sure to check that out. And yeah, we're going to let these other trades marinate and do its thing. Gold still dropping. The other pairs ranging at the moment. Okay. GJ just broke that level. So we're going to pay attention to GJ. So if I do decide to enter GJ, members will know, of course. I don't know if this will be a members or free signal. I will decide later. That's if I do enter this, but it is following the first steps I wanted to see it do. So I'm going to take a closer look at this, and we'll go from there. See y'all in tomorrow's live stream.